Hey Sag, my name is Maya. Welcome to my channel. This is your general reading for March 2021. So I had this vision for you before turning on the camera, and my God, it was really out there. So I actually wondered if I should say it, but I promised myself that whatever vision comes to me before a reading, I would say it. So basically, we're on a road trip, in a car on a road trip, and you could see the road, the gray road, with the lines, the white lines, and then all of a sudden it started speeding up really fast, like like in a video game, where these white lines started going faster and faster and faster. Like a race car, and then you stopped all of a sudden, and there was the sea or the ocean in front of you, and you jumped into it and became a fish, and you were completely in your element and just swimming, and then you popped out of the water into the sky and became a bird. And then from there, flying like a bird, you went up, 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 and then went into space and became a star. All right. So usually I can interpret quite easily the visions I get, but this one really stumped me because it's so much, right? It's just so big. Of course, I'm tempted to say that that you went all the way on the 3D level in your material life. You went really far to the point where in your spiritual evolvement that you became one with the universe, right? One with the sea as a fish, one with the air as a bird, and then one with the space as a star. So that's, of course, the first interpretation I get, but let's see how it translates in your reading. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Okay, let's start. So, wow, yeah, the center, the Fool, crossed by the Nine of Swords in reverse. At your base, the Four of Pentacles, crowning you, the Two of Pentacles, recent past, Seven of Cups, near future, the Star. Wow, yeah, here's the star that I saw you turning into. How you see yourself in the situation is the Chariot. Yes, this absolute speed that I was seeing. Your environment, the Eight of Cups. Your hopes and fears, the Two of Cups. And your outcome is the Three of Swords. We'll clarify some of these, right? Bottom of the deck, the Five of Wands. So straight away I see the Fool at the center of your reading here, and this is really a little bit what I was seeing, in the sense that it's like this road, right? This road that you were on, this road trip that we were on at the beginning. If we think of the car as representing your life, you were on this journey, right? And then all of a sudden you speeded up and turned into something completely different, right? When you stopped and turned into a fish, and then a bird, and then a star. And so this is what I can see here with the Fool. It's a totally new beginning for you. It's a major arcana. It's the Zero card in the whole deck. It's really indicative of a complete new journey, leaving all the past behind. The Fool, he's, he doesn't have any baggage. He only has this little satchel to keep, some food on his journey maybe, but no baggage whatsoever. He's extremely happy, extremely optimistic, right? Full of enthusiasm, full of life force. It's the leap into the unknown, the leap of faith into the unknown, exactly as you leapt. You dove into the sea, and then leapt into the sky, and then into space. And this is exactly this feeling of a total new journey. You know, leaving everything in the past, whatever this road trip of your life represented for you. It's a general reading, so it's going to be different for each one of you. It can represent leaving a job behind, leaving a family situation behind, a living situation, a relationship. It's going to be different for all of you, or it can be even bigger than that and leaving practically every single thing behind, and just go on a new journey, right? We have this is crossed by the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, you know, upright, is all about sleepless nights, anxieties, fears, you know, over analyzing, being in the head. It's air energy, so really being in the head, in the mental body. Um, you know, basically, you know, going into loops, you know, of overthinking, over analyzing. It's analysis paralysis, right? And quite depressed, you know, because it's filled with fear and anxiety. But in the reverse, it looks like you're leaving all this behind. You know, all your fears, all your, you know, all the anything that happened in the past that made you feel that way, that made you feel overthink, or made you, you know, going through loops into your mind, rehashing things, thinking about the past. This is absolutely thinking about the past. It looks like you're leaving all this behind, completely shutting this down, actually, and going on this new journey here, you know. I guess this could be, you know, it could represent this road that I saw you on, and just speeding up, and leaving all this behind to jump into this absolute new journey that is full of wonder, right? The Fool is full of wonder, and your vision was full of wonder. You know, this, you know, diving into the sea, becoming a fish, then leaping into the sky, leaping into the sky and becoming a bird, and then higher up and becoming a star. That is coming up here for you as well. So it looks like in March 2021, you know, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this just as I'm talking to you. You are leaving a lot behind. You have the Eight of Cups in your environment, and this is exactly what it is. I mean, the Eight of Cups is really leaving all these emotional things behind that were, you know, like, all these emotional cups behind. They could be related to wounds, to you know, dissatisfaction, to pain, hurt. You know, they're all past cups, you know, representing all these emotional experiences that are now dead, that are now stale. You've learned all your lessons, you know. You're satisfied that all these cups are in the past, and going on this absolute new journey, right? Turning your back on whatever emotional trauma or even just experiences that these cups represent, right? The same here as you did with all your fears and anxieties. So again, this absolute, you know, sense of leaving the past behind, leaving whatever it entailed for you, in whatever area it pans out in your life. It's going to be different, as I said, for all of you, and going on this new journey, deliberately really leaving all this behind and going on this new journey, like you leaving this car and just diving into the sea, right? So it feels big. It really feels big, but I'm just really going through it as I'm talking to you, because usually I have a sense, right, of where I have a pretty good sense where the reading is going, but this one really is, I'm gonna have to clarify. All right. So what you're leaving behind, okay, is this, you know, is the Seven of Cups, is your shadow self. It's confusion. It's all these options that don't satisfy you, that are not fulfilling you emotionally, right? You're going from the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups. You know, the Seven of Cups is about fogginess, confusion, not being able to be clear about you know, choices, about options. You know, there's all this fog, all these cups that, and none of them really satisfies you. You're in your shadow self, filled with anxiety and fear because you can't make a decision, right? Really isn't, to me, Seven of Cups really represents this shadow self with this guy, you know, showing only as a silhouette, completely in the dark about what choices to make, right? And none of them seem satisfactory to him. And but you go from the 7 to the 8, and you leave this confusion behind, right? This shadow self, this shadow stuff that was keeping you bound, overanalyzing, overthinking, depressed. You're leaving it behind, absolutely, and going on this new journey here with the Fool and the Eight of Cups, right? Where was I? Just a second. So yeah, the Seven of Cups is in your past, so that's exactly what you're leaving behind, okay? In your subconscious, going from the 7 to the 8, as I was saying, you know, at your base is the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles crowning you. So this sense of not having enough, having to really hold on tight to things, you know, keeping things close to your chest. This is a card of shutting down, closing off. It's exactly the opposite of the Fool's energy. So it looks like you had, because you have the Five of Wands as well, and the Devil at the base of your reading here. Sorry, at the base of your deck, at the bottom of your deck. So it looks like, you know, you had to deal with a lot of petty power struggles, squabbling, competition, people wanting to, you know, get one over you. To it's really power struggles, right? Unhealthy attachments, feeling bound again, this feeling chained, feeling restricted. You know, the Devil is all about things that bind us to the past, things, relationships or living situations or habits, repeating patterns, addictions, conditioning, basically, that makes us feel chained, bound, right? You keep on doing the same stuff although you don't want to do it anymore, right? It's repeating patterns that do not serve us anymore, and you know, and then there's suffering and confusion because we are doing things that we don't want to do, right? We are kept in places where fears keep popping up, you know, anxiety. It's not conducive to growth. It's anything. It's the growth here. The development is stunted here, right? Same with him. You know, he's restricted. He's, you know, he's not moving because he's shut down. He's closed off. He's holding too tight to things, right? Bound, restricted, power struggles, and in your consciousness, you know, crowning you is the Two of Pentacles. So you had to juggle with all of this for a long time with this infinity sign. It's on your consciousness. You know, none of this is satisfactory, right? None of these energies here are conducive to anything. All the freedom that I saw for you in the vision, these represent more this road, right? This like long road that you were driving on. Representing all the things that were attaching you, binding you, restricting you to a reality that you don't want anymore, that you want to walk away from, and start something completely new, right? So, you know, petty struggles, unhealthy attachment habits, conditioning, feeling restricted, feeling confused, and having to juggle with all of this and feeling out of balance, right? This is where you're coming from, right? This is what you're leaving behind, and it looks like it was a lot. Like Sag, it's a lot. It has been a long cycle of you having to deal with all this, these challenges, these obstacles, these difficulties, that were stunting your growth. But no more, because in the near future, the star, the star Aquarius card, major arcana, major healing. Um, this person is naked because she's completely healed. She has no problem being vulnerable and naked because she's completely healed. She's pouring water into the water and onto the land, this balance that you were striving for but couldn't get to because of all these circumstances around you or conditioning from within that was really keeping you in this in this in this confusion, in this stagnation, in this restrictive mode, right? It could also be limiting beliefs that you had about yourself, but it is done. Okay, it's also a wish come true. It's total alignment with your higher your higher timelines or higher potential. It's like you're leaving all this behind because you know that your potential is absolutely to be this free, beautiful, happy person, happy individual, um, shining like a star, aligned and shining like a star, like in the vision. Transforming into a fish and then a bird. It's this, shape shifting. It's this flexibility, this total openness with the universe that was not here in your life before, at all. I mean, this is exactly, you were bound, right? But in March 2021, something happens, it's going to be different from all of you, and I'm going to clarify that makes you move away completely from that. Turn your back to all of this. Leave all this in the past, because that's how you see yourself. Look at that, the Chariot, Cancer card, Major Arcana. Look at that. I mean, that's exactly, now I do understand completely the vision. You're leaving all this shit right behind. Anything that was blocking you, all these blocks, all these attachment, all this conditioning, you're leaving it behind, and it looks like it's a big thing. It's going to be big, it's not a small energy here. We have the full total new beginning, the star, complete healing and a wish come true, and you're a star there completely. And the Chariot, positive movement ahead, rapid. I mean, the Chariot is about rapid movement ahead, exactly like I saw the car. From a normal car, it was turning into a race car, right? And this full speed ahead, and it's quite amazing. It's like you're shooting, really, it's like a shooting star. You're shooting from all this gunk in the past into something absolutely amazing, right? Wow, I'm just, wow. It's a very different reading here for you, Sag. It's amazing. Okay. So, sorry, it's mind blowing. Right. So your hopes and fears is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is all about a beautiful relationship, right? And you have the Three of Swords as your outcome. I have to say it. So for a lot of you, it really can be to do with a relationship that you thought was absolutely amazing, that you thought was true love, basically, and it turned out to be a total heartbreak, a total, disappointment, right? A total disappointment, and that left you feeling like left you feeling bound and chained. Or it was actually true love, but there was a breakup for some reason, and your heart is broken, right? So let me just clarify, because this is so much. So for a lot of you, you know, it can absolutely be to do with a love relationship, you know, that you're leaving behind. That was something that was, you know, pretty important in your life. You know, it could have been a really committed relationship, maybe with children, maybe with a family, and you're leaving all this behind and to go on this absolutely new journey that heals you completely, right? Whatever happens, you know, whatever heartbreak that was that is here in your outcome, uh, definitely by leaving this behind, you are aligning to something absolutely beautiful in your life. I mean, this is, you know, a totally new, beautiful, healed self. It's like Sag 2.0, right? So, but let me just clarify. So let's just clarify a lot of these, because, wow, it took me a while to get into this, the full meaning of this reading, but it's really a lot. I mean, starting with the vision, it was a lot. So Spirit, please, let's clarify. I'm tempted to, but you know, no. Let's just take it one step at a time. So I want to clarify, please. First, Spirit, please, the Seven of Cups in the past. See what this has to do with. Sorry. Right. Yep. Right. Wow. The Two of Pentacles, please. Right. The Two of Cups. Now. Wow. Okay. Right. The Three of Swords, please, Spirit. Three of Swords, my lovely Sag. Whoa. Okay, let's stop here. Alright. So yeah, it looks like an ending here, big ending here, and a huge new beginning. Wow. Right. So it does look like a relationship here is ending, Sag, right? We have, you know, the World, so it's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one, but really with this death here, two major arcana, it looks like this is over, right? Completely over, and it left you feeling, it left you grieving, right? The King of Cups in reverse, upright, he's composed, he's calm, he's a master of his feelings. Reversed, you know, it made you feel all over the place with your feelings, really grieving, had to put an end to it. Because it was a foundation, it was what you thought was a beautiful foundation, and you were working, persevering, you know, working a lot on it. This is the wounded warrior. He's injured, right? But he kept persevering, he kept trying. But you know, you were met with shady behavior, with cheating, maybe with underhanded behavior. You know, this petty power struggles that we can see here, and so you had to walk away, basically, right? You had to walk away. It was keeping you in the dark. You had to walk away, and really a new judgment call here for you to resurrect, right? To it's the phoenix coming up from the you know, coming up from the ashes. Rebirth, you know, we have death and rebirth here, absolutely. So something is, your past is gone. I mean, the past is gone, it's behind you, and you're leaving it, you know, first with a little bit of difficulty, you know, on this road trip, but then you go full speed ahead, okay, full speed ahead, and this beautiful new beginning, this beautiful healing here happens, right? After you leave all this behind, and you are on a completely new journey, and it's completely healed, starting completely anew, you know, feelings rising up from the ashes, and you're the star, right? You become the star. A total new version of you, you know, and at one, completely at one with the universe, you know, like I saw in your vision. So wow, that was pretty intense, Sag. I hope this was clear enough for you. Um, and so, thanks for passing by. I'll see you soon.